I double down on this. Just like Becky Hammond said, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Double down. Absolutely double down. Getting out of the East has never been a surefire to winning a championship. What y'all talking about? You get out of the East because you're supposed to get out of the East. It's the East. Of course you're supposed to get out of the East. That don't just mean you win a championship because you get out of the East. It's the East. Great. It's the East. We beat up Boston. You should get out the East. Happy for Mike Brown, by the way, but you should get out of the East.
Hold on. Who does Draymond sound like? Who does that sound like, y'all? Draymond sounds like all of the same dudes that said it's easy to come out of the East and that going to all of these finals when you're playing against nobody is not that impressive. Who he sound like? That's crazy. Draymond is discrediting LeBron's career at the same time as discrediting anybody who comes out the East, because that's all y'all say is he went to this many finals in a row. Not to mention he had super teams on most of those finals trips. Thank you, Draymond. You finally said something meaningful and worth listening to. That's why anybody with some sense has always said LeBron's career looked the way it looks because he was on the Eastern Conference most of it. He stayed away from the Western Conference when the Western Conference was really like that. And he was on the East, had an easy road to the finals. And when he got to the finals, he lost more times than he won. And I've said it multiple times. Put him on the West with Kobe, Duncan, Dirk, the Warriors, the OKC Thunder, like all the different eras that he played in. Imagine the Western Conference teams that he would have had to go against to try to just make the finals. So you see, he's been on the Western Conference all these years. How many finals has he been to? I'll let y'all answer in the comments. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe. Hitting y'all with daily content.
That don't just mean you win a championship because you get out of the East. It's the fucking East. Great. It's the East. We beat up Boston. You should get out the East.
One of the things that we really benefited from was we were in a historically bad Eastern Conference. And all through those years, we really knew the target is the Western Conference team. There was nobody in the East who was really going to be in the way.
Yeah,
right.
They're
all of those
not
years.
that now.
Yeah.
And so the thing that I think people need to appreciate a little bit more is Kobe is doing what he's doing, and this Cavs team with Donovan is trying to do what they're doing in a Eastern Conference that's significantly more competitive than what we had. So just making the finals will be significant.
Did you ever see those memes, like, while you were the active general man, like when you guys were having all of your success against Toronto and the fans, Chris included, LeBronto and some of those fun things that we would do?
You see all of that, and it's disrespectful to Toronto. Like, whoever the second best team in the East was going to be those memes.
Right.
So once again, another fake narrative destroyed about LeBron and his career. And all of this counts in the GOAT conversation. I know these are things that LeBron fans don't want to bring up, but the truth of the matter is this matters. Competition matters. Quality of opposition matters. Kobe played against the toughest competition in NBA history. There's no question. Look at it. He beat the most 50-win teams of all time. This has to matter in the GOAT conversation when LeBron literally cakewalked every year against sorry teams on the Eastern Conference. I remember some of those years he played against the Bucks with Brandon Jennings, Nate Robinson, and the Bulls in playoffs. Yeah, his opponents just weren't that, and he had the better team or a super team in almost every single playoff matchup that he had. So in the GOAT conversation, this needs to be understood. LeBron had the easiest road to the finals we've ever seen. So when y'all use that as he went to all of these finals as what makes him the GOAT, it's crazy because the context says the truth. Nobody ever said LeBron is not a great player. You guys just leave out all the context that makes him not as good as other people, which is they played against tougher competition and they performed when it mattered the most. And LeBron didn't play against the toughest competition ever, and he made sure he stayed on the Eastern Conference so it would be easier. If LeBron played his whole career on the Western Conference, how many finals you think he would have went to? How many championships you think he would have won? Imagine LeBron on the Western Conference going against the Lakers and Kobe and Duncan and Dirk and Houston. Then fast forward to the second half of his career, if he would have went against the Warriors, he wouldn't have been making out of the West. The Spurs, again, the Thunder. Yeah, he wasn't making it out the West, bro. So, gotta add the context.